Welcome to 17 Minutes with South ECR All Talk Radio.
Hello and welcome to 17 Minutes with South ECR All Talk Radio. Our special guest this weekend is none other than Unworn Son. Unworn, how are you doing this morning?
Doing great.
All right, welcome to the show, Unworn. We've got a couple questions for you there. Now, Unworn, you were known as the 78 and then the 20, and now you're in the 3 car in the Cup Series, correct?
That's right.
All right, is that what you're going to be known as? Is that going to be you 5 years down the road? Is everybody's going to know Unworn as the 3 car?
Yes, sir, with 3 championships.
There you go. That's what we want to hear. Now, speaking of championships, in order to get championships, more likely you're going to have to get wins. You've already got a Cup win this season at Auto Club. Congratulations, by the way. You've got a pole at Atlanta. You got the fastest lap at Atlanta. You've already got a truck win and an Xfinity win. Dude, you're on fire. Is there anything that you're doing that maybe someone listening to this that can kind of capitalize on?
Get out there and practice more. That's what it's going to take. That's what it took me.
Now, whenever you're in these races, and ECR does double lobbies most of the time. When you're in these races, is there someone that you love and just trust racing beside lap after lap, knowing that they're not going to bubble into you, possibly lag into you, glitch? You know you're going to be able to get some good racing with them. Is there anyone you name off the top of your head?
There's a few of them. Some people's going to feel strange me saying this, but I'm going to say Evo is number 1. Then you got Bless, Kent, and yourself. But Evo, I really like racing beside him.
Yeah, he can hold a steady line. Now, speaking of Evo, is there someone you love beating? Someone you would like to beat more than maybe someone else?
Bless. His ego and his cocky ass little attitude.
Yeah.
Love him to death, but he's cocky.
Well, he's got a personality unlike anyone else, and same with Evo. Evo's personality is not like someone else's. Field Killer's personality is not like someone else's. And Unworn, your personality, it's only you. So it's a good thing to have these different personalities stabilized inside of ECR. But again, just like you said, I agree. If I could beat someone, it's probably going to be him.
Yes, sir. I think that's everybody's goal.
Is there someone that hasn't won a race this season that you're rooting for in the back of your mind that you would like to see visit Victory Lane?
Yes, sir. I'd love to see Field Killer in it because he's devoted a lot of time to ECR and the Madden, the Xfinity, and the Cup. So I'd love to see him get a win.
Yeah, speaking of Field Killer, he's one of those guys that doesn't get a lot of recognition for what he does for ECR, but he's definitely a big part of ECR.
Yes, sir.
Now, just a couple years ago, Unworn, you're one of the guys that kind of took over the practice side of things, took it under your wing, and kind of developed the practice side of ECR on all the series pretty much. How's that going right now?
It's going good. We just need more of the people to practice. I believe if we have more of them to come, that we wouldn't have the cautions wouldn't have the jumping back and forth, taking the whole track. You know what I mean?
The wiggly worms?
Yes, sir. That's it.
Now, is there someone in particular that you would not like to name off the top of your head that, hey, look, um, I'm coming at you with open arms. If you would just show up, I'd help you.
Johnny DePrez.
Yes,
I
sir.
love him to death, but he needs more seat time. These games aren't like they were 4 years ago, so it takes a little bit more practice, you know?
A little bit more finesse as far as going down there.
Yes, sir.
Because we all know if you get a pack and they start wiggling back and forth, it's like one of the guys, I think it was Tar Heel that said it. It's contagious as hell, and before you know it, 5 guys are going to start wiggling, and it's just
It's going to look like a worm.
you can't race side by side like that.
No, sir.
Unworn, speaking more of you and stuff like that, could you name off the top of your head the one track you love to go to, your favorite track?
Homestead. Everybody knows that.
Homestead, Miami, and we're definitely going there for the last race this season. It's liable to switch up next season, but nothing's official as far as that. Unworn, what makes you like Homestead so much?
It's fast, a lot of room to race. That could be anybody's race. You know what I mean? You just got to take care of your car at Homestead. If you run it to death the beginning, you're not going to have it in the end. So,
And it doesn't hurt that it's the last race of the season as far as the championship goes.
yes, that's right.
Unworn, we're going to take a real quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Listening to 17 Minutes with South on ECR All Talk Radio.
Tired of getting pushed around by Bless and Evo? Well, come put them in the wall with Elite Cut Racing Xfinity Series Tuesday nights.
Hey, you don't want to go up in them there hills.
Well, why the hell not?
Because there's some bad sons of bitches up in them.
Well, I'm a mad mamma jammer. I want to go
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, well, them bad sons of bitches is called the ECR League. They race on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday nights. If you think you're a bad son bitch, you just join right up there with them.
And how do I do that?
Go on Facebook, look up ECR Cup Racing League. That's where all the bad sons of bitches hang out.
Well, I'm on there right now looking it up. I'm getting ready.
Welcome back with 17 Minutes with South, ECR All Talk Radio. Again, our special guest this week is Unworn Son. Unworn, say hey to your fans.
How you doing, everybody?
Now, Unworn, we left you before the commercial break talking about your favorite track, which is Miami. No secret there. Now, I do know you're a big fan of Darlington, and that's where we're going next week inside the Cup Series. Do you still like that track?
Yes, sir. I love it. But I think Miami sticks out because of, like you said, it's the last race in the chase. And I know if I can make it to Miami, I believe that's the reason I like Miami. You know what I mean? It just... But Darlington is my home track, so it'll always be the favorite.
It's not a playground for rookies, though.
No, sir. And it's not a playground for people who don't get on it and practice, don't run some laps.
So Darlington
It's
is
very tricky.
really a tough man's track, and as far as, like you said, seat time, and just a little bit more seat time.
Yes, sir. And maybe some more seat time.
So you
Yes.
can't look down and check your phone when you race in Darlington.
No, sir. No, sir.
Now,
And you can't race with your knee like I did at Daytona either.
yeah, I remember you saying that. It was, I would love to have seen that. Now, speaking of favorite tracks and tracks you like to run at and stuff like that, do you remember possibly your first win with ECR? Any concept
I
of?
don't know if I can remember it or not.
I'm
I don't know. I haven't had too many up until the last couple of years, you know.
I could be wrong, could be reaching here, but I want to believe. I want to believe it was Charlotte, but I'm not for sure on that.
I'm sure it was Coca-Cola 600.
Yeah.
Now that you say it. Yeah.
Now,
Sounds like that's something me and Prez has got in common.
yeah, Johnny, he definitely his last win came at the Coke 600. I do believe you might have been in that room. I know Phil Killer was. That was 2017.
Oh, I know I was. Well, they took me out for the win.
When you get that close to a win, it's there is no friends.
Oh, no.
I've definitely seen Earnhardt wreck.
I don't hold it against.
I think it was at Bristol that Earnhardt wrecked Rusty, and Rusty put a water bottle on his forehead. So
Yeah.
it's any man's game as far as that. Now, speaking of late race activities, last night we raced at Texas, and there was a towards the end there, the last caution kind of came out of nowhere. What do you think that was all about? And I didn't see it, and I was nowhere near it. I was settled on third, but how do you feel about that caution?
I kind of feel it was intentional. Nobody said, well, I spun. We'd had all night long where drivers were saying, well, I'm spinning coming off pit road. The caution would come out. Nobody claimed that caution. So, but it ended good. It's all okay.
Now, when you say it ended good, you took the unfortunately the high side on this game just isn't there as much as everyone would like it to be, and everyone feels like it should be. So it started you on the outside, and earlier in the race, I definitely I wasn't wanting to push the issue, so I opened up the hole and let you in. But at that last restart, again, like we said before, the gloves are off, and I wasn't going to let you back in, and you fell in behind me. Do you feel like maybe I was blocking for that second place, or?
Yes, sir. Hard.
And,
Hard. I was about to move you. I mean, I love you, but like you said, off at the end. I mean, I was getting ready to push you up the track, but it weren't worth that. Not for one spot.
Yeah, a lot of times these cars will push, and my front end was never setting to the track the whole entire race. But like you said, it was you evaluated what you could do, and like you said, it wasn't worth it. Now, Unworn, is there a track that you just don't like to race, and you would love to see it even off the schedule?
The Roval.
Oh.
The Roval is the worst track that NASCAR has ever put in the lineup. I mean, it is, to me, it's the worst track ever.
Yeah, I don't mind road courses. I know everybody thinks I hate them. I don't mind a true blue road course that is designed to be a road course. But when you start
Right.
taking ovals and shifting them into road courses and stuff like that, I'm not a very big fan. It's almost like, hey, look, we need to set this track up to a road course this weekend. Let's hurry up. And it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, and see, it's to me that's not a true road course. I'm like you; it's not a true road course. I don't. Watkins Glen, I like Watkins Glen.
Oh yeah.
Uh, I wouldn't give you two bananas and a pear for Sonoma.
Yeah, the inclines at Sonoma, I don't. It does something weird to my car, especially. I guess you would call it turn 1 and 2 underneath the bridge. It never does right.
Right. Canadian Tire's a good road course.
Yeah. Now, speaking of your wins and whatnot, obviously you got wins in the Xfinity, you got wins in the truck. Um, is there a
I'm
certain?
gonna have multiple wins in all series.
That's what we want to hear. And like again, you're one of the guys that's always on and practicing, always got the door on for practicing, really not hiding anything as far as your setup. Someone says, "Hey, Unworn, I'm doing this in this turn, I'm doing this out of this turn." You're one of the first guys to speak up and say, "Hey, work on this."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, that's what it's gonna take, and that's what we want. I
Absolutely.
mean, me, Blessed and myself and Evo, we get on in practice a lot. Big Pete, he's on there a lot. He's improved tremendously, tremendous. But it's just like you said, we got the door open for everybody to practice whenever they want. There's someone on.
And that's you're also Unworn. You're also nicknamed, and I'm not going to say your nickname. As far as what we call you and what we represent you as, or what you represent as
The
ECR.
sheriff.
That's it.
Yeah. And I don't mind putting you in jail. Don't believe it, ask the prez. I mean, I don't see no leadership when it comes to sheriff, and I mean, or friendship.
Yeah,
I mean, it is what it is.
it's something that every league needs. But would you put yourself in jail?
Yes, sir, in a heartbeat.
That's what I want to hear.
But everybody that ever races with me knows that I'm gonna give plenty of room. I'm not gonna push the issue, and that's where you get called to the holler. You know, you got to give room. You got to give and take. You know, it just
Yeah.
can't be take.
And the holler is where lies the debate and any kind of video evidence proof. A lot of times we give allowance as
Yes,
far
sir.
as, hey, look, that guy wrecked me. Well, I didn't wreck him. I was nowhere near him. And sometimes these guys actually do record these races. Not many times. But if you show up with video proof, that changes a lot of things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, Unworn, we're
And I'm
getting.
gonna tell everyone. Hold on. I want to tell everyone, if you have a problem and you need to talk to someone, come to me. Don't don't go on social media and start a bunch of trouble. It doesn't look good for the league because everybody looks at it. You know?
Yeah, and that's something that I'm doing in talking to the owners and admins. It's what we're called cleaning the pages. We're going to keep the pages clean. There won't be a lot of shit talking going on. We've got the right. If you post something, and even if I post something, we're going to come back and analyze that post. And if it's aggressive, we're going to take it down.
Right. Yes. And that's what I'm saying. That goes for you, me, Evo, Johnny. Just because we're owners, that doesn't mean we can hold a higher authority and get on there and down somebody in front of everybody. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely. I'm 100%. I'm no different than the next guy that just came in the ECR. The only thing I like to do is push numbers and buttons.
Yes, sir. And you do a great job.
Thank you so
If
much.
it weren't for you, there's no telling where we'd be.
Well, I would like to believe that it would be just fine without me, but I don't plan on going anywhere. I actually love this stuff. Now that's enough about me. Unworn, we're getting ready to wrap this up. What we did last week, our last guest was Johnny B. the Prez. You were our second guest. Unworn, who would you like to nominate for the next episode of 17 Minutes with South?
You know, I've been thinking about it. And I was kind of wondering if I could do two. Mm.
If the two are kind of formulated together, like if you did like admin and an owner of a series, you could do that. But it's,
Well,
just throw it out there. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we can make happen.
Field Killer for sure, and I'd like to have Blessed on there as well. But
Well, we'll talk to both of those guys and see what we can come up with. More likely, with two of those big names, we're going to try to pull one at a time. But we'll definitely reach out to their agents and see who we can get on the line, the horn. You did name Field Killer first.
yes, sir.
Out of respect,
I'd like to have Field Killer if it's just one. I'd like to have one, but
okay,
you know what I'm saying.
absolutely. We'll definitely reach out to Field Killer's agent and see if we can't get him on the horn for next week. Get everything start building up for that. This is 17 Minutes with South, ECR All Talk Radio. This week's guest was Unworn. Unworn, if you would, sign us off.
Everybody have a good one. Remember, the sheriff is watching you, and bring everybody to ECR that you want to. Love you.